Hey, what's up everyone, welcome back to another video. And in today's video I'll be taking you guys with me for the AMG something experience. I don't know the name of it, my friend booked it for me, I just paid him. It's in Pretoria. I live in Fortsburg in Mayfair. It's quite far, so I'm just on my way to fetch my friend. And we are running a bit late, so I'll probably skip some, you know, the initial process of registering and everything. I'll probably skip all of recording all of that, and then we'll get straight to the good stuff. So the instructor in a C63S pulled off a 111, and this Rian Barnard, he did a 108 official, but he also did a 107. And in which car? That's his exact car. Yes. Roll cage en alles. This is an SLR McLaren, and then you get your Opa cars. The ugliest Mercury ever been made. Nah, that's not leather. I think we're the first people here. And I was worried I'm gonna be late. This is like a huh? So what's happening here now is we're gonna get turns to go in the car, make the car lose control and get it back into control. Obviously the instructor will be with us in the passenger seat. I've got my Osmo action, I'll try and record POV.
We're starting off with a warm-up exercise of some sorts, just to get the body flowing and everything like that. But we're doing what's known as oversteer. You listen to Mo as you were talking through the presentation. It's all good. A little bit about oversteer. What did he explain it like?
Well, oversteer is just if you steer too much, the back's going to come out.
Okay. Now, what you're thinking is okay, steer too much, back's going to come out. But it's not always just the steering that affects it. It's braking, it's accelerating. Everything can contribute to the car losing control. So what we do is we highlight one of the aspects, because we can't lose it via braking. Okay, why I say that is because we need to be doing a substantial amount faster speed wise in order to lose control of the car via braking. We do it via accelerating. Okay, So we go towards the corner that we set up here on the skid pan. On this side of the skid pan, it's a right-hand corner. Okay, we start off at a speed of between 15 to 20 kilometers an hour. I generally say 20 is a good number. You get to the corner, you turn in, you then accelerate really aggressively.
Yeah.
Car's gonna slide here, you're gonna get the car back under control, and you wanna try and end up facing back here. That's our objective, that's the end result, to face here. Okay, now feel it when I actually go for it. Okay, so my speed, nice and steady, 20 kilometers an hour, get to the corner, turn in, accelerate.
Oh shit!
And just like that, in the matter of a split second, we're facing the wrong way. We're in trouble.
But it's fun.
It is fun, absolutely it is fun. Okay, but what we want to try and do is we want it to be more fun, and the more fun it's going to get, the more control of the car you have. Okay, that's the aspect we want. So now to get the car under control, I want to turn, I want to accelerate. As soon as I feel the car slip, I want to lift off the accelerator and I want to counter steer. Speed is good, keep it there nice and consistent. Okay, we come now towards the corner. Turn first, now power. Lift off, lift off. Okay, that was 100% commitment, alright. Alright.
So going again.
Going again, that's it. So we'll just direct ourselves back through the exercise there. So remember now with the throttle, make it nice and consistent, and constantly just build up that speed. Okay, keep it rolling, keep going, turn into the corner, now squeeze, counter, lift off the power. Okay, we put our foot straight to 100 again.
Was I this bad? No, I'm kidding.
Okay,
Okay, so
too much power.
too much power. Right.
Just plain simple, too much.
Okay.
You've got to lift it off a lot quicker.
Sure.
Okay, and you can give it a lot less.
Okay.
Okay. Let's keep it rolling, keep going, nice and steady. Turn first and squeeze, counter, lift off. Too much.
Sure.
Alright,
Okay.
good. You've learned, you're feeling what too much is, you're starting to get a little bit less.
Yeah.
Okay, we want to keep getting a little bit less.
Okay.
Okay, so a little bit less power, make it easier for us to feel what the car is doing. Let's do it again.
Okay.
That's it, keep it rolling, nice and steady. Turn first, now squeeze, power, counter, lift off, wait for it, wait. Almost. So we needed to, therefore this one, lift off even quicker,
Yeah.
and counter steer even quicker.
Okay.
Okay, I'm just going to put your sunshade down for you, sorry.
Sure. Okay.
There we go. Okay, then we're going to keep to the left here, and we're going to head off and back around to the other side.
This is more difficult than
Keep
it
to the
looks
left.
like.
Keep
Okay.
It is definitely a lot more difficult than sometimes what it feels like. And you're definitely a little bit more aggressive than what you were. So like I said, Neo, the more aggressive we are, keep right.
Right.
That's it, and up to the front.
Sure.
The more aggressive we are, the quicker everything's gonna be.
Yeah.
So you want to try and be as almost as gentle as possible. Wait here for me.
Yeah. Sure.
Because it's going to make it even easier to feel what the car is doing. Right now we're playing catch up because we've just given it so much power that we're constantly now trying to catch up. We're chasing ourselves. Okay, try to think about almost planning it. Okay, and because you're creating it, you're planning it.
Yeah.
We can do a lot less.
Okay.
Okay.
I think for this one, yeah, I'm not gonna go flat down. I'm gonna see where the guy is losing control. Give a bit more.
We can slide the car at 40% of the accelerator.
Okay.
That's how little you actually need to cause the car to slide.
Okay.
It's scary.
Yeah. No, I think let's go with that now.
And think about it. We're doing a speed of 20 kilometers an hour, and just like that,
Yeah.
you're out of control. Okay. It's all about how we do what we do at that speed. Let's go for it. Okay, keep your speed nice and consistent. That's it. Turn first. Now squeeze power. Counter. Squeeze counter. Better. Straighten up. Much better. feel the difference, eh?
Yeah. And you was right also, on the left hand side it's
Easier, huh?
yeah, it's much easier.
Absolutely it is. Keep it steady, keep rolling. Turn first, now squeeze down, counter steer, straighten up a little bit.
Nice.
Beautiful, let's come back in. Look at your power.
Yeah.
Getting less and less. You're starting
Yeah.
to feel the car. Beautiful. Let's do another one. Nice and steady at the start. Turn first, now power. Counter, wait for it. Just too much at the start.
Yeah.
Okay. Not so much too much power,
Yeah.
but it was just too much turn, too much power all combined.
Yeah.
Okay, be more relaxed, more gentle on the turn, and gently squeeze the power to drive out.
Okay.
Keep it rolling, nice and steady. Don't rush. Turn first. Now squeeze. Counter more. Wait for it. There you go. Straighten up. And we're going to keep off to the right. Okay. And around to the other side. Good job.
Perfect.
Nicely done. We definitely found your strong side as well.
Yeah. Hopefully I get that answer right.
Don't change the feeling that you've got now though. That consistency on the throttle,
Yeah.
making everything that much easier.
Okay.
Okay. Very nice, and good job on the hands. They're working now. You're using them to correct and balance the car.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Turn in, now squeeze, counter steer. There you go. Good. So there, not as much power, so we
Yeah.
didn't get as much slide, but still very nicely done.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go again. Good, speed is good, keep it steady. Turn first, now it's counter. Yes, turn inside. Good job.
Okay.
Let's do another one. Now look at you, huh?
Getting it slowly but surely.
Yes, yeah. Keep it going, nice and steady. Turn it in, now squeeze, counter. A little bit of power. There we go, good. Let's keep to the left and we head off to the other side.
Okay.
Well done.
Thank you.
Good job. Much better than our first time on this side, eh?
Yeah.
You
much
feel
better.
it. Now because you've understood the feeling somewhat, it's made it easier to get good on your bad side.
Yeah. I was getting a lot of power in the first, but now that you told me that you don't need that much power to get into the slide, so I'm more
Right.
easy on the accelerator.
100%. That's the biggest thing. So many people just misunderstand about the car sliding and doing drifting and donuts and all these things they get. They often just say like it's just power. It's not. It's the balance of it.
Yeah.
You don't need 100% unless you're driving a Toyota 86 that maybe doesn't have a lot of power. You know, little different.
Yeah.
But because this car's got so much of it, we don't need 100% of the pedal every time.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, the 86 is actually a very fun car to drive.
Yeah, but the lack of turbo. Does it have a turbo?
No.
Yeah.
Naturally aspirated.
Yeah,
The new one's even better because it's got a little bit more power.
Yeah. But bro, a GTI will beat it.
Absolutely. But like for me, if I'm buying an 86, it's not to beat the GTI. I want to go sideways.
True.
You know?
Yeah.
I've always lived by the motto, he who shall be last shall be sideways and smiling.
No wise words.
Wise words. What is it? Jeremy's words, I think.
Jeremy
Clarkson, yeah.
It's not speed that kills you. It's
Sudden
suddenly
stop.
Shame, man. Top Gear was like next level, and now they've ruined my child.
Absolutely. Well, actually not really, because we can go back and watch it with our kids, you know?
Yeah.
The good old days, classic Top Gear.
Jeremy always had a bias for Mercs. He loved Mercs.
He did. He loved the power that they had, the brutality that they had.
Yeah.
And that's something I really enjoy. I've got a Mazda. I've got a Mazda RX-7. Okay, the 13D rotary with a single turbo. That's my toy to come and play around with and things like that. But nothing changes the power that this car's got.
Yeah, true.
It's like endless. You want it there.
Just tap the pedal and it's there.
That's it.
So you guys are planning on upgrading these C63s, maybe E63s?
Probably not E63s. We're probably going to get the new C63s when they come.
Yeah.
But that'll probably only be beginning of next year.
Okay.
Yeah, we're waiting for production. There's already been a supplier going to Europe, but we haven't got our first supply here yet.
Yeah.
We'll probably only launch them end of the year. Nice and steady, don't rush. Turn first, now squeeze, counter steer, a little bit of power. Steady, straight in, and good job. It's coming. Still right in the back, huh?
Yeah,
Not car sick yet.
I'm trying to stay silent in the recording.
Oh, no, please.
So obviously on a dry road, it will be much difficult to put this car specifically into a drift.
not much more difficult, just a little bit different. You know, on the wet here, what's happening is the car's snapping a lot sooner.
Yeah.
And we're in a lower gear, a little bit more limited on power.
Yeah.
Mainly because of space.
Yeah.
Okay. If we had none of these cones here, you could drift in second and you could even drift in third around the skid pan.
Okay.
Okay. The big thing with doing it in the dry is you need a little bit more speed and a little bit more power.
Yeah.
So for example, if I was doing it in the dry, I wouldn't start anything in less than second gear.
Okay.
Okay. And then in second gear, what you'll have to do is you'll have to give the car a little bit more encouragement with the hands and then really commit to the throttle
Yeah.
to get the tires to break traction.
Okay.
Also, it will help if your tires are a little bit harder than what they should be, because then there's a little less friction. So there's a few little things that you can do to try and make it a bit easier on the road.
Okay.
Not that I'm encouraging, so let's go for it.
Not that I have a car to do it.
That ESCOM bucky works like I'm just teasing.
Thank you. I'm
Nice and steady. Turn it in. Now power. Power counter. Counter. Oh. Okay, so power was good.
Yeah.
We just didn't counter steer.
Just got a
enough.
bit lost over there.
That's it. Let's go again. Yeah. Keep rolling. Turn in. Now squeeze. Counter steers. Counter. Wait. Too much.
Power. I never let go of the pedal.
Didn't let go of the pedal 100%. See, the nice thing now, after having done it so many times, you can actually start telling yourself
Yeah.
what felt wrong. What did I do too much of?
Sure.
And that's the best part of this is now, let's say you do get the opportunity to go and mess around with someone's car, your car, whatever, you can teach yourself more. Turn in, now power, counter, power, inside, straighten up. Good job, let's keep to the left and we go around to the other side. Best one yet. Best one yet. You felt you balanced the car, you used the hands, everything super smooth. Good job. Very good job. I'm doing my last one now on the left hand side of the pan.
Oh, sorry.
No problem, you can just come through this gap over here.
Lack of awareness.
Chicken.
later.
Should I try to hold it over here?
Yeah, anything.
Let's try.
So obviously with these cars, we're taking them on low gear, like high RPMs.
100%.
They're not gonna get like, at what point do they get overheated, like you can't go more?
So what will happen is the gearbox will overheat first and then you'll feel the car will change you into second on its own.
Oh, okay.
Okay, but that's also why we do like the 3-4 loops come off.
Yeah.
So that we keep just circulating the car, let it idle, let it cool down a little bit in between so we don't overheat things.
Okay.
But we can push these cars the entire morning like this and they'll be fine.
Oh, lovely.
As long as we keep in mind the balance and time for cool down and all those things like that. The same even going on for the track a little bit later.
Okay.
What we generally do on the track is we go out, we go do a couple laps, then before we come in and swap for the new driver, we do 1 or 2 cool down laps.
Okay.
Just take it easy, let the car, the brakes, the tires, everything get just cool down slightly so the next person gets a car that's in good condition as well.
Okay.
Because if you had to go and bomb 10 laps all at once, the car is going to feel a little tired at the end.
Yeah.
And that's not fair on the last driver,
okay.
basically.
So one thing I don't like about these current gen of AMGs, they don't have that look of an AMG anymore.
So I think they reached the point at which how much better do we get?
Yeah.
Because everyone's perception of AMG is a little bit different. I like the classic look of some of the AMGs.
Yeah.
Okay, but I want to go right back to 190Es. That 2.5 16 valve for me.
That's like super old.
100%. But that for me is the original C-Class, you
Yeah.
know? Turn in, counter. Trying too hard. Trying a little too hard.
Yeah.
We threw the car into that one and then we just expected to get it.
Yeah.
Be patient.
Sure.
Guide the car in. Feel what the car is telling you. Keep going. Keep rolling. Power, counter, squeeze. Straight, and then you're going to feel the difference.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay. Just by that little bit slower at the beginning, that
Yeah.
little bit more steady, everything's changed. Gentle, turn it first. Power, counter. Wait for it. There you go. Straight. Good job. Let's go again. nicely done. Very, very nicely done. Keep it nice and steady. Turn in now. Power counter. Balance. Wait. Now power straight. Let's do one last one. Now, last one, then we're coming off.
So you do need to give it that power to get it back into control. You can't
That's
just
it.
let go of the accelerator.
100%. You got to use it, but you got to wait that little bit. Power now. Counter. Power. Now wait a little bit longer, but better. We're going to go and just stop underneath the car.
Sure.
Good job, gentlemen. Well done.
Thank you.
Absolute pleasure.
And level 5 onwards, if you want to take it that far. Okay. If you want to have a rough idea as to what level 5 is, that GT3 race car that you see right there, we've now officially opened that up to customers. So if your pockets are deep enough, we can get you
Nice and clear where the limitations are, and just to show you exactly where we can push and how much we can push, because then from that point on, you're doing the driving the rest of the afternoon, and I'm just sitting there holding on.
Yeah, that's the fun part.
That is the,
For us,
the fun
not for
part.
you.
Absolutely. But for that, we've got the tall cones that will always be standing up in the key areas. If you look across into the left-hand corner over there, you can see turn 7's apex, okay, or clipping point as we call it, because it's not directly on the apex, as the apex is constantly different between different cars, different drivers, and, okay. So this is the clipping point that we choose to try and get close to, because from here we then have a much straighter exit and can therefore accelerate and carry much more speed. Okay, the biggest thing with this car today is to understand it is a road car, not a race car. We are on road going tires, and that is probably our biggest limitation. Not so much the car itself, but the rubber that we are on. Okay, put a semi-slick tire on or a slick tire on, your capabilities far increase. For example, we're braking over here roughly around about the 100 meter marker towards the corner. The race cars are braking close on that 50 meter marker. Okay, again, depending on the race car and the speed that they are carrying. Okay, so we're priming the braking from here. You can see we've color coded some cones just to help in the mind just create the picture. You want to build up the pressure, a squeeze, a consistent squeeze. The red is the hard stuff, but you see from the red we go back to orange, yellow, white. You want to gradually release the brake as you approach the corner as well. You don't want to be braking at maximum still while you're trying to get the car to turn. Okay, now this is our entry point on the right hand corner here. So from here you enter the corner from as wide as possible. You then rotate the wheel, get across. I'm aiming to put my left hand wheel on the white line on this inside apex. Okay, this white line means that I'm as close as possible without unsettling the weight, because if I go up this curb, you can feel how the car has pitched. Okay, that's going to cause the traction control to kick in and then reduce our acceleration coming out the corner. So try to keep the car as flat as possible. We exit the corner, we now come out towards then turn number 1 ahead of us, and you can see the corner is blind, so you don't directly know exactly what is there just as yet. Only as you get closer you then see the corner unravel, but this makes people nervous when they can't see it. So what ends up happening is they like get onto the brakes and they start wanting to turn immediately. Our entry markers down there.
That's the hardest thing.
100%.
Turning late.
That's it. Patience.
That's the hard.
Use the brakes in a straight line. Wait up until your entry marker. From your entry marker, rotate your hands, get the car into the corner. You can see I don't need to be turning straight in. Smooth, gentle, gradual turn. When I'm done with my turn, I slowly start to straighten the wheel. Now coming towards turn 2, we've got options. Gentlemen, we can either exit the corner to the extreme right, our maximum acceleration then out of that corner. What it then does though is it sharpens our angle of approach for turn number 2. Okay, if I come into the corner in this angle compared to this angle, we can see that if I'm from the far right, I'm making my corner much sharper. Whereas if I'm from the far left, I'm straightening up my approach, making my corner a little bit wider, allowing more speed to be carried. So I personally prefer to be over to this left-hand side over here. Then don't brake and then really force the car over left. That's going to be extremely dangerous under the braking over there. So get the car nice and straight across to this entry marker over here. Then from here we have almost like a blind apex into turn number 2, because your right hand mirror is literally in the way. Okay, so roll the hands into the corner and gradually let the car tighten up as you come through. Be patient on the acceleration there. On the way out, build it up and come out towards your left-hand side. You can see no braking cones here for turn 3, but what we'll generally do is we'll do a slight lift, let the car turn back onto the power. By slight lift, I mean kind of take a breath and then get back onto the power. Okay, we have the apex over here. You want to try and get your right mirror over it. So yes.
Yeah, this is hectic.
This is a very fast
I can go flat out.
Yes. You can be
Flat
on the border of flat outiness. The border.
Okay.
But your line has to be perfect, conditions have to be perfect, track has to be beautiful. Okay, braking for turn number 4 over here. Hold the brake, release the brake, roll into the corner. Once we've got the car to rotate, I can then start accelerating. Even if I'm before the apex, I've already done the turning, I've done the hard part. So I can start to accelerate now. Start building up that speed, unwind the steering wheel as you start coming out the corner. Put your left wheels on the white line, use all the space that you have. And from here, I'm aiming for the green cell tower. So I'm not aiming directly for that left-hand side of the track, I'm aiming for the green cell tower. I'm getting onto my braking now, holding the brakes as I approach the corner. Gently edge over onto the paint, just slightly. Release the brakes, roll into the corner, get nice and close. Then start to squeeze the power, unwind my steering wheel. Use the paint here to widen the track. Onto the brakes for turn 6, stay deep onto your left, release the brakes, roll in. Get nice and close onto the apex here, start to straighten the wheels, then start building up the speed. Come across that left hand side, use that paint on the left hand side, build up furthermore. Okay, I'm going to come back now just to the section that we've just been on, okay, this top section, okay, because I'm now going to do it in 2 different ways. Okay, the first way, I'm going to just tick all the boxes. Brake nice and smooth, nice and consistent. Get the car, thank you very much. Get the car to do exactly what I wanted to do. The second time around, I'm going to be a little bit more aggressive. Make some of those mistakes we often make. Okay, so building up my speed, we're doing 100 k's an hour, nothing crazy, so I'm going to brake a little bit later for now. But it's a squeeze on the brake. Release the brake, roll into the corner, back onto the throttle now, gradually straighten the car up, keep going on the brake, stay deep to that left, be patient with the turn, patient with the power, now start to squeeze, keep squeezing, now I'm already at 100 k's an hour before the apex there at 7.
This is not
Pretty good, pretty good.
Feel the difference now though, when I slowly start to make a few mistakes, okay? The big thing now, what I mean by mistake is just driving input. Clear,
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Okay, so all driving input. Nothing else, not excess speed, nothing, just my decision and what we end up doing, okay? So I'm going to brake a little aggressive. I'll brake at the same point. Then I have to lift off. Then I want to accelerate early. Now look where I end up. Okay? And I'm braking. Turn in early, start wanting to accelerate, it's going to spit me out. Then we have this sudden change of direction and things like that. It feels fast, but we're losing a ton of time. Okay, so try to be as consistent as possible. I'm going to up the speed now to everyday highway speed, 130 kilometers an hour. Okay, we keep building, get to the braking, squeeze the brakes, roll the car in, let the car turn, squeeze the power on my way out, build it up, straighten the car onto the brakes, squeeze the braking as I need it, gently release, roll in, hug the apex here, now start to squeeze the power furthermore, keep building up my speed, okay, gentle turn. I'm already at 130, so the car will just limit me and hold me at that speed for now. Over the apex, gently come out the corner, let the speed do the work here. Just ease those hands. Onto the brake, squeeze and then release, roll it in. Back onto the throttle, gradually start to build it up. Come out the corner, left hand wheel on the white line. Straighten my line coming up towards turn 5 and then onto the brakes. Hold the brake all the way into the apex, release the brakes.
Okay, let's go.
Back onto the power, straight
Ready?
Off. Take us for a spin.
Okay, here we go. So a little bit quicker, nothing changes besides that little bit of braking, that little bit of speed. My throttle just as smooth, my braking more important than ever. Patience when I get into the corner, then back onto the power. Build up that speed. Keep it going all the way through. Roll into the corner. Build up the power as you further go.
Holy shit.
Keep it going.
Yes, bro.
And on the brake. Hold, gently release. Roll the car in, back onto the throttle now on the way out. Smooth, steady build up. Keep it going all the way up onto the brakes. Get into the corner. You can see priority is getting in. Okay, exit the corner onto the brakes. Stay deep. Rotate back onto the power gently. Straight onto the power. Use that left. I can keep the speed going onto the brake. Patience. Wait for it to turn. Back onto the power on the way out.
So you take a race around there, see? That's fucking
You're going to hear the limit of the tires through there. Just that little bit of tire squeal. Alright, gentlemen.
Did you have the anti-skid off?
Traction control switched it off.
Yeah, I thought on that corner, that top one, I thought you were
Yeah.
controlling it.
Just to allow it a little bit of
More,
movement.
yeah.
Obviously, from an insurance point of view, I can't switch it off for you guys.
No, of course.
I
I told you that you're controlling it.
But the big thing we've got to try and do is just be smooth with the car. Smoother we can be, the more power it's going to give us, the easier everything is from that point on. Alright.
I'm going to take my son for my fast lane.
Okay, we'll look at that. Obviously what we'll do, and like I mentioned earlier on already, after our few laps we cool down. Okay, so I put the hazards on and we just kind of discuss what happened in that session, what we can probably work on for the next, and while we do that we just take it easy. We keep over to the left hand side of the track as much as we can. So we'll go straight out onto the track. You're good to go. That's it. Keep it nice and smooth. Relax the arms, relax the body. Keep on turning, keep on turning. That's it. Good, beautiful. Onto the brakes. Brake now. Squeeze harder, hold steady, release slowly. Tighten more, Now squeeze out, come out the corner. Use the space there. Be super smooth, lovely. Keep going. Keep going, keep going. Now brake, squeeze, release slowly. Roll in. A little bit of power. A little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more. Build it up, beautiful. Keep going on the brake. Squeeze it harder. Release, tighten. Now squeeze power. There you go. Keep going. Build it up nice and smooth. That's it. Good, gentle turn. Keep turning. Come out the corner, steady. Good. Keep going. Now on the brake. Brake harder. Release the brakes. Rolling at 4. Tighten. Now squeeze power. There you go. That's it. Thank you very much. Keep going. Lovely. Keep going on the brake. Hold the brake harder. Steady. Release slowly. Turn in. Now squeeze the power. Come out the corner. Straighten. That's it. And on the brake. Hold. Release the brakes. A little bit of power. Gently. Tighten first. You felt they're just a bit too tight, eh? Let's go. Keep going. Turn more. Keep the speed. That's it. Lovely. On the brake. Hold the brake harder. Release slowly. Tighten. Now squeeze the power out the corner. Use the space. Beautiful. Very nice. Keep going on the brake. Squeeze. Release slowly. Turn more. Oh, a little bit late in the turn. Keep going. Build up the power. You feel they now have to wait to accelerate, eh? On the brake harder. Hold the brake harder. Stay on the brake. Wait for it. Turn in. Now power. That's it. Keep it going. Build it up. Good. Keep it steady. Use the space. tighten. Now come out the corner, squeeze the power, straighten up, beautiful, beautiful. Yes, yes, release the brake, gentle turn, a little bit of power, steady, steady, tighten, keep the speed, that was better, better, keep going, turn more, keep the speed, keep going, turn, 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 yeah, good on the brake, squeeze harder, harder, hold steady, hold steady, hold steady, tighten, brake more, oh, little bit deep, and we're gonna cool down. Good job. Well done. Very nicely done.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, was the AMG Level 1 driving experience. As you guys have seen, your boy came out first in the Gymkhana. It didn't look quite fast, it didn't look fast at all. But I don't know, I think I was just accurate in those bends. And I beat them by quite a margin, 2 seconds, I think it was. Yeah, no, now I think the next thing for me is to go and check out the BMW version of this and see how it compares. Because the level 2 of this AMG thing, I don't think it'll be worth it. It's mostly just a skid pan and learning to drift, keep the car in slide on the wet surface. So yeah, I don't know, maybe I'll go for it, but I'm leaning towards a BMW version of this. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and see you in the next one. Time to sleep. Get home first, obviously.